What if I told you Black Canary's sonic scream has nothing to do with her DNA, the metagene, or some happy little accident? Pause for effect. Forget what you think you know. Today, we're re-pulling back the curtain on a forgotten Silver Age legend, time when Black Canary's iconic power was unborn from science, but from dark magic. This is a story about a desperate mother, a powerful wizard's curse, and a genie forced to hide a child between dimensions. To really get how DC came up with something this wild, we have to go all the way back to 1947. Seriously, no DC superheroine has a history wonkier than Black Canary, and it all starts out pretty simply. The character first showed up in Flash Comics number 86 in August 1947, created by writer Robert Canary and artist Carmine Infantino. But this wasn't the Black Canary we know today. This was Dinah Drake, a supporting character in the Johnny Thunder feature. She wasn't a metahuman. She was just an incredibly skilled fighter who'd go undercover, posing as a criminal to take down gangs from the inside. With her fishnet stockings and leather jacket, she was mysterious, tough, and an instant fan favorite. She was so popular, in fact, that by Flash Comics number 92 in 1948, she got her own solo feature, kicking Johnny Thunder right out of his own spot. This first Black Canary, Dinah Drake, was a pillar of the Golden Age, a florist by day and a crime fighter by night. She eventually married her love interest, Gotham detective Larry Lance. She became a core member of the era's top superhero team, the Justice Society of America, or JSA. For years, that was her story. A tough, non-powered brawler fighting alongside the original Flash and Green Lantern. But as the Golden Age gave way to the Silver Age, a problem started brewing. A problem that would need one of the strangest retcons in comic book history to fix. When DC Comics hit the reset button on its superheroes in the 1960s, they didn't just erase the old guys, they moved them to another planet. The new heroes of the Silver Age, like Barry Allen as the Flash, lived on Earth-1. The original 1940s heroes, like Dinah Drake and the JSA, were now said to be living on the parallel world of Earth-2. This was cool because it allowed for epic annual crossovers where the Justice League would team up with the Justice Society. But it also created a ticking clock for characters like Black Canary. See, the Earth-2 heroes aged more or less in real time. That meant by the late 60s, Dinah Drake should have been pushing 50. This wasn't a huge deal until a universe-shattering event changed everything. In a 1969 JLA-JO team-up, the teams fought a cosmic baddie named Aquarius. During the battle, Dinah's husband, Larry Lance, was tragically killed, saving her life. Grief-stricken, Dinah decided to leave her home on Earth-2 and start fresh on Earth-1, where she joined the Justice League. And there's the problem. How could a hero from the 1940s still be a young, frontline fighter for the Justice League in the 70s and 80s? On top of that, right around this time, she suddenly developed her iconic sonic scream, the Canary Cry. For years, DC just didn't explain it. She was just there, mysteriously young and suddenly superpowered. But by 1983, the continuity questions were getting too loud to ignore, and the writers needed an answer. The one they came up with was pure, glorious, comic book madness. The absolutely bonkers answer to this puzzle was revealed in Justice League of America issues number 219 and hash 220. And the story goes like this. Back in the 1950s, on Earth-2, Dinah Drake and Larry Lance did have a daughter they named Dinah Laurel Lance, but their happiness was cut short. A bitter enemy, the villain known as the Wizard, got his revenge on the Lances by placing a terrible curse on their infant daughter. A devastating, uncontrollable sonic scream. This cry was so powerful it was lethal. Desperate, Dinah Drake went to her old JSA teammate Johnny Thunder, begging for help. She hoped his all-powerful genie, the Thunderbolt, could cure her daughter, but the curse was too strong. The Thunderbolt couldn't remove the power, so it offered a heartbreaking alternative. To protect the child and the world, the Thunderbolt would take her into its own dimension, a place outside of time where she would be kept in suspended animation. To ease the parents' pain, the Thunderbolt did one last thing. It wiped the memories of Dinah, Larry, and the entire world, making everyone believe the baby had tragically died. So Dinah and Larry lived on for years, believing they'd lost their only child. Flash forward to the present. The original Dinah Drake, now on Earth 1, discovered she was dying from radiation poisoning from that same battle with Aquarius. As she lay on her deathbed, the truth of her past came flooding back. She remembered her daughter. In a final, unbelievable twist, the dying mother wanted her daughter to carry on her legacy. The thunderbolt brought the now-adult daughter, Dinah Laurel Lance, out of suspended animation. But there was one last bizarre step. The young woman had the power, but no life experience or training. So, in a move that can only be described as peak Silver Age storytelling, the memories and skills of the dying Dinah Drake were transferred into the healthy, living body of her daughter. When it was all over, the original Black Canary passed away. But standing there was the new Black Canary. Physically, she was Dinah Laurel Lance, young woman with the full power of the Canary Cry. But inside her head were all the memories, skills, and life experiences of her mother. She was, for all intents and purposes, her own mom in her own body. This was the fantastically strange and magical origin of the modern Black Canary, all created to solve a continuity problem with dark magic, a hidden dimension, and a cosmic mind swap. If you're digging this dive into the weirdest corners of comic book history, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and join the journey. There's always another forgotten legend to uncover. This beautifully complicated magical origin story served its purpose for a couple of years, but its days were numbered. In 1985, DC Comics published Crisis on Infinite Earths, a massive event designed to clean up its messy multiverse. Earth 1, Earth 2, and all the others were merged into one new timeline. And one of the first things to get thrown out was the convoluted tale of the wizard, the genie, and the memory transplant. The new, post-crisis origin was officially laid out in Secret Origins number 50 in 1990. The story was streamlined. Dinah Drake was the original Black Canary and a JSA member. She married Larry Lance. They had a daughter, Dinah Laurel Lance, and eventually, the mother retired, passing the mantle down to her daughter. The Canary Cry was no longer a magical curse, was now an inherent, controllable, meta-human ability that the daughter possessed. This restored the simple, powerful legacy of a mother and daughter fighting for justice. No suspended animation or mind swaps required. For decades, this became the definitive origin story. Of course, in comics, nothing stays simple forever. The mother-daughter legacy remained the core of the character for years. But then came 2011's New 52 reboot, which rewrote DC's history all over again. In this new timeline, the legacy was temporarily wiped out. Black Canary was a single character named Dinah Drake, an orphan who grew up on the streets. She was trained by a martial arts master and got her powers through her time with a Black Ops unit called Team 7. Her Canary Cry was the result of experiments that activated a latent metagene. This origin veered hard into government conspiracies and science experiments. But fans missed the classic mother-daughter dynamic. As DC's continuity evolved again through initiatives like DC Rebirth, the timeline was largely restored. The current canon has firmly re-established that Dinah Drake was the original Golden Age hero, and her daughter, Dinah Laurel Lance, is the modern Black Canary. The legacy is back. And while the metagene is now the official source of her powers, the memory of that strange, Silver Age story lingers, a testament to a time when any continuity snag could be solved with a wizard-esque curse. So, while modern comics point to a metagene, the true forgotten legend of the Canary Cry is steeped in magic. It's a story of a mother's love, a villain's spite, and a solution so bizarre it could only have come from the Silver Age. It's a reminder that beneath the streamlined origins we see today lie decades of wonderfully weird history. Black Canary's power wasn't just born, it was cursed into existence, hidden between dimensions, and transferred across generations in the most comic book way imaginable. What do you think? Do you prefer the magical curse or the metahuman gene for the Canary Cry's origin? Let us know your favorite version in the comments below. And if you don't want to miss our next deep dive into comic lore, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell. Thanks for watching.